Good afternoon, everybody. This is Reverend Kit Holmes. It is Tuesday. That means it is Transformation Tuesday. It is Tuesday. How many times can I say that? August 24th, 2021. And the title that I put in there today was The Right Tool for the Job. If you have been following along the last several weeks, the last few weeks at least, you know that I'm working on transforming a space in my old house into my office. And there's been removing layers of wallpaper, there's been some crumbling plaster, there's been the repair of plaster. And I am finally into that phase of doing the finish work, starting to paint, sanded all the woodwork so that all the new paint would stick. And it's been an interesting and dirty job along the way, and it's also been a satisfying job, because when I come across something that I don't know how to do or a perceived problem, I know I have resources. I trust that I have resources. One of those is a lot of YouTube videos, which I know a lot of you do a lot of work that way as well. It's like, well, I think I can fix it. Let me find a video. There's probably many videos for it. The other resource that I have is in this little town. There is a hardware store that has been there for probably 80, I'm guessing, maybe even 100 years. It's a family-owned place. Right around the corner, I can walk to it when I need something. It's not one of the big box stores where there's thousands and thousands of the same thing on the shelf and you just go pick it out and figure out what you're going to do with it. This is a place where you can ask somebody, because they've probably done your project, the same kind of project, at least once. And this is what I'm talking about in our spiritual practice today. We can go to a big box store, as it were, and find thousands and thousands of books or videos, or we can go to the YouTube channel. We can find other resources to find something that might put us in the general direction of the thing that we're looking for an answer, where we're looking for an answer. When we go to the expert, when we go to our source, that answer is usually really simple, really quick. It saves us a lot of time, a lot of money, because somebody has done it before. Somebody has walked through it. Somebody's made the mistakes. Somebody said, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what shelf it is on. You don't have to scramble. You don't have to try to find somebody that's actually working in the store. This is the metaphor for our spiritual practice today, is knowing that there is that source that we can always go to, that always has the right answer, the most efficient answer, the most helpful answer, so that we're not running around crazy, frustrating ourselves, wasting time, and not getting done what we want to get done. So what is your project? Let's start with that. What is your project? What is the perceived problem? What is the condition or the circumstance in your life that you know you need some support? You're not sure, you've not walked through this before. This is a new experience. I know pretty much all of us. I'm just going to say all of us. Walking through a pandemic. I don't know about you, but I don't personally know too many people that walked through the last one, when I'm talking about more than 100 years ago. But we also forget. I did have friends. You had friends who walked through the AIDS epidemic. There are other things more localized, maybe not a global issue. But there are things that we've never walked through before. It's hard to say if there's somebody that's an expert, right? There is an expert. There is one. It is that source that lives within you, expresses through you, expresses as you, as all of us. That when we get quiet, sometimes the right tool for the job is to get quiet and check in. Tap into that source, get still for a moment and say, okay, what's my next step? How do I do this? And I guarantee you, from experience, and a lot of it, that answer is sitting right there in front of you. And our only job at that point is to set aside any preconceived notion that we know how it's going to come to us. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing about going to an expert. Because what do? Usually when we go to an expert, we say, I've done all I know how to do, and I can't get any further. Can you help me? So keep that in mind today. Regardless of the circumstance or condition you find yourself in your life, get quiet, go to the expert, ask. Only takes a few minutes. The most efficient time-saving advice you will ever get. All right. Be well, take care of yourselves. Be gentle. Be gentle with yourselves. Be gentle with each other. And I will see you next week. I love you dearly. Thank you for sharing this video. Thank you for supporting Unity of Wimberley. And we'll see you next week.